T here, talking about uninstalling things in the brain, as I just talked about in the previous video. I'm trying to keep these short and sweet and on specific themes, so it's easy to come back and look through. So to uninstall something in your brain, there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 things or so, I'll say, breaking it down. So number one, you have to see what's going on. So you have to just see or experience or have some type of thought or conscious, semi-conscious experience about what's going on. Number two, you have to encounter the error. So you'll see the error, something's wrong, something, you hear a thought or you experience something and it doesn't feel right. You can tell that there's something off. Number three, now that you know that there's something off, it's best to contain it. Put it in a container, put it in a word, put it in a song, put it in a picture. Find something to describe it so that you can have it as a reference point so that you can eventually move to the next step. Step 4, make a change. So now that you have described it, it's probably best to research or find other things that can describe and break down what happened so that you can rearrange it into something more preferable. The one I just recently did was going too fast, noticing, wow, I'm learning JavaScript. I'm trying to make a button work, which seems, oh, this is simple. Oh, I've been doing this for a long time. This should have been done already. It shouldn't be so hard. Maybe I just won't use JavaScript, or I'll do something else that's actually way more challenging than this because I don't want to do this thing. Actually sits down and does the button, realizes how complex it is to access a JavaScript from an external file, and learning about event listeners, and learning about the DOM, and learning how to affect one item in your HTML and then all of the items and then to select them with the ID. It's way more complicated than it looks. It's just a button, yes, but it is complex. And me thinking I should have done it by now, or me thinking this should be easy, does not help the process. The only thing that helped the process was going through the actual process and then realizing, wow, this is complex, and that's okay. Now I can move forward. So see, that was the entire thing. I saw the error, I saw, hey, you're rushing. I felt that dissonance. I described it as, wow, you're moving, you're trying to move, your thought process as you're moving, you should be moving faster, but actually you need to slow down. And it's okay if it's a longer path because now you have to add everything else on top of it, and that's overwhelming, but that's fine. It's okay, it's going to be a long path, but that's fine. And then to change, I changed just the need to rush to, oh, this is okay. And cool, now I've learned how to select a button from an external JavaScript file to an HTML file. That's cool. Now I can do that. Now let's work on stuff that has more than one button, or select one button over here in this child node. It just grows from here, but the previous mentality I had was not helping any of that. So that is an example of how to uninstall something. This can be applied for pretty much anything when you're trying to move forward in your life, mentally or physically. So do as you will. Techie out.